It's important to understand what the 5G is doing. We're told on the IEEE beamforming document that this technology cooked your eyes like eggs in World War II. These are military weapons. These are assault frequencies. It's microwave radiation warfare is what this is.
But if anyone tells you that they know the details of what 5G is going to become, run the other way.
Since then, our atmosphere has become far more permeated with electric waves of widely diverse types. There's no doubt now that electric waves, electromagnetic forces, cause direct biological effects. There's thousands of peer-reviewed papers on this subject. There's no doubt about it. We're now at a stage where we're putting in what's called 5G, and it turns out that this is the same frequency bands that are used in crowd dispersal weaponry.
Una sensación de calor repentina e insoportable. A 750 metros de ahí, un operador acaba de emitir un poderoso rayo electromagnético, invisible, inodoro y totalmente silencioso.
Es como abrir la puerta del horno mezclado con una picación del esternón hasta la nuca.
Dispersar a una multitud hostil o proteger la entrada de una base. Las posibilidades de uso son variadas.
Si el operador aprieta el gatillo y por alguna razón sigue apretándolo, el arma se detiene automáticamente al cabo de 3 segundos.
Solo se constataron 2 quemaduras leves.
It is a perfect stealth weapon, and when governments don't like a group of people, for instance the ladies who protest at Greenham Common in England about the American missile base they camped, they were microwaved. We microwaved Catholics in Northern Ireland to make them sick. It goes on all over the world, and it's a weapon that you don't know you're being targeted because the dose is very, very low, which is actually more dangerous than a high dose. It may take a year or two, but you can cause neurological damage and cancers with low-level microwaves.
Wireless radiation has biological effects, period.
I'm a certified Microsoft small business specialist. I've worked on space stations.
I am a professor in the Department of Epidemiology, Biostatistics, and Occupational Health, and I teach there both toxicology and health effects of electromagnetic radiation.
We are an organization that represents the many adults and unfortunately many children who have become very sick from wireless technology radiation.
The effects of wireless on health scientifically are very, very clear.
My name is Dr. Angie Kolbeck. I've been reviewing the studies showing the impacts of wireless radiation on our health, and there are now thousands of studies showing the following adverse health impacts to wireless radiation: cancer, oxidative damage, DNA failure.
Things like memory, dizziness, anxiety, brain fog.
Headaches, nosebleeds, cognitive problem, exhaustion.
We have evidence of DNA damage, cardiomyopathy, which is the precursor of congestive heart failure.
Short and long-term memory loss, decreased attention spans, lower reaction times, even involuntary contractions of muscles.
We suddenly have breast cancer in women who have no DNA predisposition.
Disrupted immune function and change in stress proteins, reproductive and fertility effects.
The damage to the DNA of the sperm, that is irreparable.
We are seeing increases in brain tumors. We're seeing increases in Alzheimer's. We're seeing increases in all of the neurotransmitter diseases.
We talk about 24/7, around-the-clock exposure, wherever you are and your whole body. You never get away from it. And it seems from our studies that maybe your immune system can cope with for a time, but it will deteriorate. Then the irradiation will definitely damage cells at a deeper level, and the question is what will then happen.
These are out of peer-reviewed papers, so these are not just hypochondriacs thinking that they're doing it. We're having real problems with this.
These effects are seen in all life forms: plants, animals, insects, microbes. So 5G is not a conversation about whether or not these biological effects exist. They clearly do.
There is scientifically evidence that is so strong that you can be certain that the standards used by the SCC to manage health effects are wrong.
There's a tremendous amount of sponsored research by people who are hired to do studies to find no effect. And that's plagued this field in a number of countries.
The problem with 5G is that they're planning to put out tens of millions of these antennae all over the place without doing one single biological safety test.
Are you implying possibly that we, the consumers, are the guinea pig?
I mean, that's not an implication, it's a statement. We are, yes.
Pushing through a $20 trillion infrastructural rollout without any health science running behind it. There have been no tests. Your government and your health authorities are either in collusion on this matter of genocide and ecocide, or they're just damned stupid. And I would suggest it is the latter.